Alright, can you hear me?
I can.
Sweet.
Oh shit!
Shit.
No, I was setting up the stream quick because I'm hoping you'll be able to get to see this.
Void signatures, but outside and collected. You are draining your life support. And fast.
Draining your life support.
Hey, fuck off, nullifier. Get away from me. I hate having to get out into my operator to kill the Thrax guys. I just want to spin.
This is good to win.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
That was a good one, dude. I was looking for that red dot, and I couldn't find it. And then I just look up, and there's just a cloud of dudes, bro. Just a cloud of dudes coming straight down. I don't know if that helps, but whatever. Dude, they go... Have you seen how high they go sometimes? No wonder your blast procs don't work, dude. They're fucking on the ceiling.
Oh god. Okay, I found your stream. Eximus fuck. Yeah, fuck your overguard. Come here. Wow, they do get fucking
Look! They're fucking falling, dude. It's just that they just start falling.
Hold on. I'm gonna grab all those dudes up there quick. Oh my god, that looks so ridiculous when I drop that.
That's why I'm like chilling on this angle, dude, because it's like the perfect way to see what you're doing.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh, and you can see that's the gas proc. I didn't notice that until now.
Yeah, the green shit.
Yeah.
Get over here, Jones. Join the party.
What the?
What the fuck? Being nullified is so annoying.
I think it's got the nullifier. He just launched it, dude. Every once in a while, they just get slingshotted all the way, like, really fucking high.
It is so many fucking numbers on my screen. See, I can just like stand in this jade light garbage too, because I'm invulnerable while I'm doing this. Like you're invulnerable and you heal. Like you get healed per enemy like damage. And it's like percent health too, so it's just if there's 2 dudes, like it's just a full heal. Angst died like within the duration of just that one single sandstorm. I almost wonder if I should drop the electric or radiation.
On the melee weapon?
Yeah. Because radiation will shut off like the ancient healer auras, you know? Jesus. Yeah, so like it'll remove the overguard from everything nearby. And Sandstorm's like a fucking, it's a force proc, so. Like it will proc radiation at some point, for sure. It does use your status weighting, so you know, if you're using a weapon that's like, you know, all fucking heat, you know, you'll proc mostly heat, for sure.
Destroy them.
Oh.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Is that all the Thrax guys?
Oh, yeah, I killed one down there. So I think that's all of them.
The sentient is onto you. Look out for troopers.
I imagine if we weren't here picking up this loot, this room would be like absolutely fucking just ungodly full of just shit.
Yeah.
You have collected enough reactants to open your
Like this is just like an actual fucking death pit.
I got the Eximus. I love what I just. I love what I just had seen them falling, dude. Just like randomly.
Oh, I actually can't. Yeah, you can't look super, like you can't look straight up when you're in Sandstorm. It like cuts your ability to move your camera like straight up. Think like Monster Hunter World Bow. So yeah, I actually can't look up and see how high they go. And if I start Sandstorm with my camera already facing straight up, it just snaps down. I'd like to build more range on this, honestly, so I could just snag the dudes from all the way up top.
You do, though. There are times where you do. Like, when they leave that platform, you just start seeing them get affected by it. It looks like it's probably, like, the top of, like, your range, though. Like, the high point of the range. Because it's almost like as they start to come down, they start to, like, fuck around.
I actually don't know if, like, range will increase the height of it either, to be honest.
You don't think so? I always felt like range kind of worked, like, depending on the ability, kind of like Frost's Globe. But it was just invisible, you know?
Yeah, I think it's... I mean, maybe it does work that way with this. I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, Sandstorm isn't... It's not like a... It's not a sphere. It's a cylinder. But maybe it is a sphere. Like, maybe that actually is the case. And in which case, that would be fucking amazing. You know, I will tell you, this is not the most engaging gameplay, but it's fucking goofy and really fun for at least a while.
Hey, man. Sometimes...
What is up there? Is that my gun? Oh, that is my gun. Give me that.
Dude, what the fuck happened? You just yoinked the dude.
Misery. Did you bring company? Get down here. Is Mortal Kombat still the best video game adaptation movie?
No, unfortunately not, dude. I gotta give it to Sonic.
That's a tough one for me, because that would be oh fuck, my combo. That would be like the contender. Like my nostalgia tells me to say Mortal Kombat, but I still haven't seen Sonic 3, mind you. But Sonic 1 and 2 were fucking fantastic. 1 specifically, I like 1 a lot more than 2.
Sonic is really good, dude. It's a lot of fun.
It's on fucking Amazon Prime Video, but like I can't watch it with just a subscription. I have to have a subscription and also pay to watch the movie because fuck you.
You know what you should get? I actually started using this a couple days ago, and it's fairly cheap. Paramount Plus, dude. It's like $12, and it's got like the really good. I don't know if you care about this, but I'm gonna just say it anyways. It's got like the really good 2012 or 2010 adaptation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with which I absolutely love. I think it's like the best interpretation of the Turtles that like has ever existed. It's got all of the Avatar, and Korra. Dude, I sort of got I radiant. It doesn't matter. I fucking don't radiant, and it's I still don't get that double forma. But anyways, it also has like all the Sonic movies because you know it's a Paramount and whatever the fuck. And it's I think it was what is it? I think I'm paying $12.99 a month for it with no ads. It's got some pretty good shit on there that I didn't expect.
It's not bad. Dude, it's kind of funny because like with this fucking gas blast setup, I think I'm gonna try a different fucking arcane actually, because I'm seeing more corrosive procs than I would like. So I'm using the you know, the on ability cast you get corrosive damage on your melee thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like this is forced proc, so like that it is armor stripping. But I wonder if just more gas and more blast would just straight up be better.
Oculists, if they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind.
Actually, hold on. I think we might have Paramount Plus.
They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
I'm not sure though. I'll have to look. I think we might have that through our fucking Verizon plan. Like I know we have the Disney one through our Verizon plan for sure. I think it might have Paramount too.
For me personally, like it has a lot of shit that I really enjoy, like Avatar. I didn't expect the Turtles. I really love that series. I never finished it. So I want to probably watch that when I'm done with it.
Fuck me, dude. I still haven't watched the new animated X-Men series.
That's $1.99.
Yeah.
That's really good, dude.
I have. That's on Disney, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I did watch Daredevil though.
That's been really good in my opinion. I think they did a really good job and they didn't fuck it up.
Did you see the new season?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, like it's pretty clear the budget was like not quite there, but like, dude, I fucking loved it. Like there's just the action. The action didn't look quite as good as like before. I don't know why they wouldn't have given that show infinite budget, but Yeah, I fucking love it. If they were gonna start from there, they did it right. I tell you what, I did not expect Foggy to fucking die.
No.
Like, at episode 1, I was like, holy shit, dude. But they're not fucking about.
I didn't expect him to die either, and then when he's having that conversation with Punisher, and you see how it affects Matt, dude, I'm like, oh, dude, this is what it's about.
Yeah, it's so good.
Dude, the dialogue that they fucking put that they throughout the whole series with Daredevil, with Punisher and Matt, dude, it has just been absolute top tier, man. Just absolutely incredible.
Agreed. Also, John Bernthal as fucking Punisher is like the greatest thing to ever be on TV.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that dude's kind of like style of acting. Because I don't know if you saw him in The Walking Dead, but he essentially plays the same fucking character in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But like, and that's just like kind of his style, you know? That style, like, is fucking Frank Castle in my mind.
Yeah. I saw him in Fury, and in Fury he plays like kind of like a more like a trailer park kind of like person, not necessarily like more of a hick actually, but he's still not in the military. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but it's really good.
I have not.
It's got Brad Pitt, Brad Pitt, John Bernthal, Shia LaBeouf, and there's this fucking dude that I don't remember his name, but he was in like what is it, like Percy Jackson or whatever. Like he's the main character of that. I think it's the same dude.
I imagine he looks a bit older and different. Assuming this is like a more modern movie. Percy Jackson in the Olympians was like a while ago.
Fury was a while ago. I'm gonna say maybe at least 5 or 6 years ago, maybe longer than that. But he does play like the really young kind of like recruited infantryman that gets kind of put, of course, that gets put into a situation that he doesn't want to be in.
I feel like I was the only person that was over like the age of 12 that liked the Percy Jackson movies.
I liked it too when I first saw it. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool little take on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great, right? But it's not offensive or anything. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
You know what, dude? I've had this conversation with Brendan before, and I'm like, dude, why can't you just like something and it like not be like I'm critiquing it? I'm not, number one, I'm not a fucking movie critic, all right? And sometimes I just want to watch a movie that's fun. Why is that so wrong? You know, because like we've talked about like movies like that or whatever the fuck, right? Because I said that like I think Transformers is like the best. Like the first Transformer movie is god tier. Everything after that just kind of like didn't really live up to what the first one did, in my opinion. Oh, I would never watch that movie. That movie's fucking whack. And I'm like, it's not whack, dude. Like, it's not. You're like, it's not a bad movie. Like, it's not fucking like a god tier movie, but it's a good movie. You know, and like I feel like nowadays people, it's either you either have to hate something, you know. And I'm not saying that this is the argument that Brendan is making. It's not. It's just like it's just not his type of movie. But I'm just making an argument. If like you ever have some downtime, you know, and like there's a movie on there, you'll have a good time. You know, it'll be a fun and enjoyable movie to watch.
Like those fucking like turbo brain dead like just you turn your brain off and just enjoy the action movie kind of deals. Like I've never seen just like a shut your brain off action movie that I was like, this is the next big thing. Like this is my new favorite movie. But I've really liked a lot of them just like as a good movie to watch to entertain me for an hour and a half, you know?
Yeah.
Think, you know, fucking Taken. Think Wanted. Think the Lethal Weapon movies. Mm-hmm. Lethal Weapon movies, like, they move a little closer into the territory of these movies are just fucking amazing to me. But, I don't know, sometimes I'm just in the mood for that. But, like, most martial arts movies are kind of that way, too. Like, not everything has to be your favorite thing ever, or it's garbage. Like, there can be a middle ground.
Yeah. But anyways, like, for me, I think that, like, there's definitely movies that, like, as you said, like, Percy Jackson, is it a movie that'd be like, oh man, I want to watch that like fucking 10 times? No, dude. But if it's on, like, it's fine. It's a fine movie. Like, it's not. I'm not saying it should win an Oscar. I'm not saying like we need to fucking write a paper on it and in an essay. It's just okay, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There are tons of movies that I am glad I watched once, but wouldn't watch again probably. Actually, just watched one like that. It's strangely a movie that I would kind of recommend. Fucking Twisters, the movie that came out last year. That's like kind of like pseudo sequel to Twister back in '95. Yeah, I was expecting to really dislike that movie. I actually ended up really liking it. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but it surprised me to the point I was like, wow. And I think it was all of the same reasons that we just talked about. Like, it was just a decent enough movie that wasn't trying to be anything else.
Yeah.
It wasn't trying to be your next favorite movie. It just wanted to be a decent summer action film, and it was. Yeah, there's some subversion of expectations in that movie, which is very surprising. Mostly to do with characters. I firmly believe that the main character of Twister back in '95 was the bad weather. This one was actually more about the characters, which surprised me. It turned out to be pretty good. I was expecting it to be about a 4 or a 5. No, I'd probably give it an 8.
I haven't watched it yet. I have a really big soft spot for the original movie. I actually really like the first one.
I do too, and that's why I thought I was gonna fucking hate this one. But it doesn't tarnish the memory of the original. That I it's not that it lives up to it so much, is that it respects it.
Mm-hmm.
Get down here!
Long ago, one of your kind put an end to that final desperate autumn of December. Her essence may still be here.
Brother.
I actually need this soccer card here. I don't know if I have any other pieces.
Hiding Lua in the void risks the unfathomable. I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these void stage enemies.
I love when it's raining dudes, bro. It's like the best thing ever. Okay.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Why are these guys fucking overguarded? Where the hell is this fucking thing? Oh, here you are. Die. Good
Oh, was
job,
it up
Aurora.
Aurora? No.
Yeah.
If you could fuck with an augment for Jade, what would it be?
Sentient scouts.
Augment for 1.
Will soon attack.
If enemies within her 1 are affected by her flashlight, then the effects of her 4's alt fire will automatically trigger upon those enemies every 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
That might be ridiculous. Maybe every second.
Fighters incoming.
But they have to be like under the effects of both. They have to be inside the circle of the 1, and they also have to have the flashlight on them.
That's fair.
You next. What do you think?
Well, actually, before I asked you, I was thinking about it. I couldn't come up with anything. Because I just kind of really like her kit as it works, you know? So, I honestly don't, I don't have a really good idea of what I would do. When I really like a Warframe, like a lot, and they feel like they have like a lot of like multi-use cases, I have a hard time coming up with like an augment for them. Because like they tend to be pretty good at a lot of things, as is. And at least I feel like Jade is like that for me. There's just a lot of missions and shit, survivable, enjoyable to play, can get you a lot of ability kills.
What about you gain all of the effects of her 2 all at the same time at 75% effectiveness?
You know what? I would do something like that with like Wisp's Reservoir, you know? Like an augment for like all of those abilities, like Wisp's Reservoir, but like it's on Jade for her 3 abilities.
You know, I don't think you'd be able to do the like 75% effectiveness thing though, legitimately, because like it would actually be pretty significantly worse losing that initial strength bonus.
Right. You know, the other day I was kind of thinking about maybe possibly, you know, putting something like a helmet, and I was thinking about a grouping ability. So if I were to do an augment, I would do an augment for her 1 as well, and I would make it so like it's not like a hard CC, but like enemies get kind of like pulled into its center or like sped up into its center, you know, when they are in the 1. Or they start like walking into it.
That would be nice.
And again, not a hard CC, just like the moment that an enemy like walks into it, like they kind of get sped up, like maybe like a Nova speed up, right? And they just walk towards the center for the duration of the 1. So that way they all kind of like clump together like on their own.
I would really like it if Jade's 1 could affect fucking like objectives. Because like, dude, her 1 is actually a really strong heal. Like, you throw one of those down on top of like Inaros, like he is never dying.
No. Brother.
Hey, this too. I want to get one more formal blueprint. I
Yes.
don't care.
So do I.
I don't care if like if it's a double 1 or no 1. I want to get one more.
I'm gonna radiant the next couple then.
These manifestations
Oh
must
god,
not be
I need these fucking goth systems to build a fucking set.
Destroy them.
I really wish with Zada's Whisper you could kill those, the Thrax ghosts. Maybe not the Eidolons, you know, the Eidolon shields. Like, maybe not that. But let us kill the fucking Thrax dudes if we have Zada's Whisper. Come on. Like, the fact that it deals void damage really just kind of doesn't matter, other than the fact that nothing is resistant to void damage.
Maybe they don't want to add that many like things to it, because then it just starts to become like really, 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 really good, as opposed to just really good.
Yeah, just for the Thrax though, like it'd be like a consideration to at least bring to this mission, but it really wouldn't, you know. Like I wouldn't use it on any of the Warframes that I have fucking subsumes on anyway, just for this mission. But like on the God, I have Zada's Whisper on literally one Warframe, and it's fucking Frost.
Yeah, me too.
But like, you know, if I had Frost here, then I kill those fucking dudes with my guns if I have Zada's Whisper up, you know?
You fucker.
Get the fuck down from there. We.
Sometimes you do something that makes them bounce, and then once they start bouncing, they start kind of going in and out of your tornado, and then they just launch, dude. They just start going really high.
Yeah, I see that happening on the minimap sometimes, and like, it's got to just be some weird fucking physics bug. It's not anything that I do. It's normally like they just like plop down all in a pile, like right in front of me. They're all around me, rather. They don't. It's not in front of me. Ooh, good puppy. He doubled my steel essence. I got 10. I have 1100 energy right now.
Oh, is that because of, like, what is it, like, what's that arcane that gives you a fuck ton of energy?
Battery. Yeah, arcane battery is like my, so in Aros fucking, you know how he would, like, charge up his armor? That's not his 4 doing that anymore, it's his 3. He has an entirely new 4. But yeah, that ability, it also isn't 250 armor anymore, it scales with strength. So it gives me over 1200 armor, in addition to like my base, like 800 or something. So my energy max goes like through the roof. The only other thing we need here is the speed buff. I really do wish I had more duration on here. I keep just forgetting to put roar back on. Because it fucking does not last very long. Ook.
Guess we're making Zaku.
Apparently. 2 out of 4. Hey, we got a extra chunk of resource booster there too. Even more steel essence, hooray. Alright, well, I am out of...
I have one still.
These manifestations.
No, I'm out of just like pre-radiant relics. I have hundreds of relics with Forma in them.
You know, I'm gonna make Jade's 4 worst with this augment that I just thought of. So I've been wanting to like bring up the fact that I keep thinking that it would be really cool if they gave Jade a skin that kind of made her look like a B-52 when she's in her 4, right? Like, kind of like very triangular in shape. So when she's flying, you know how like she kind of like she's like her little flappies are behind her, very very flat. Like when she's like that, when she's flying around, it's like a triangular shape. Anyways, so the augment that I was thinking about, which would be to kind of remove the ability for her to shoot quickly like that, and make it so she shoots like giant bombs. So like whenever you press like the button, it's like a slower, like obviously it's like slower rate of fire, but it's just like giant fucking like snow globe sized AOE blasts that she rains down.
I think in basically all cases that makes her 4 way better depending on the damage, I guess.
Really? I feel like it would make it worse. Well, I was trying to make it worse.
JD's a fucking basil juice skin.
That too.
I want him back so bad.
Thank you.
The more I think about like what my like top favorite monsters are, basil is always up there.
Basil's probably in my top 10. I don't know if he's in my top 5. Maybe he's in my top 5. I have a hard time kind of like...
for sure, my top 5.
I have a hard time kind of like thinking about what... I think Mizutsune is definitely in my top 5. But as I've said to you many times, the music makes that fight way better. I don't know why. It's just like that music when you fight her, it just makes that fight for me. It's like, I don't know, thematically like just really fucking enjoyable.
I think aesthetically Mizutsune is absolutely fucking sick. It's so cool. And you know what? It's hard because like if I start thinking about like top 10 monsters with no Elder Dragons, then it becomes really difficult for me to kind of like think about like what I like. I know for sure I think Zenogre is one of the best designed enemies, one of the more fun fights as well. That we have fought just period from World to Rise. You know, and I can only imagine what they're gonna do with him in fucking Wilds, because there's no fucking way that the number 1 most popular monster is just gonna be like, yeah, we're just not gonna bring him in. Okay, whatever you say, Capcom. There's no chance. There's no chance Zenogre doesn't show up. I bet Zenogre shows like well before the expansion too. Like I bet he's the last title update.
Yeah. And
like before the expansion, that is.
So I'd say Silver Rathalos, Nargacuga, Golden Raytheon, Zenogre, Mizutsune, but if I were to like start ranking them, that's when it gets hard, dude.
Oh yeah, I have a tough time not putting Nergi and Basil like 1 and 2.
Yeah. And damn though, dude. But here's the thing though. Now when I think about it, it's just like when I think about it objectively, I think that Basil Juice is probably one of the coolest and best designed monsters like in that game. He's got an incredible, like one of my favorite roars, if not top 3 best roars in Monster Hunter. Just like period. I think it just sounds incredible.
I think the only roar that competes with Basil is Amatsu.
Yes.
Maybe Nargacuga. Nargacuga is pretty fucking good.
It is.
But I mean, it is just a cat, to be fair. Like, it's just a cat. But it sounds fucking awesome. It sounds like a mean-ass cat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so like definitely, so yeah, I think that for sure Basil is up there as one of my favorite monsters in the top 10. You know what? I really enjoyed Flaming Espinas, dude. I thought he was one of the coolest monsters. Like his whole gimmick, his whole walking up to you, exploding and shit. I just thought he was a fucking. I thought he was great. I really enjoyed fighting that fucker.
I think I like Lucid Nargacuga a little bit more.
Lucid Nargacuga's fine. No, like not fine, but like I do like that fight too. But there's something very goofy and fun that I really like about Flaming Espinas.
Is it the fact that he derp walks up to you and nukes the fucking room?
Yeah, dude. Like that's
Yeah,
I think it's fucking great.
I appreciate that so much.
All jokes aside and shit, but like I think Yangaruga, or whatever his variant is, or the scarred Yangaruga, I thought he was a dope fight. I like that monster. It's aggressive. It's fucking, and I like that fight a lot actually.
Once I used something other than a charge blade against it, I warmed up to it. But that was probably like on my first fight against that thing. It was probably my least favorite thing I'd fought in Monster Hunter. Like regular Yangaruga, I brought a charge blade, and I was like, oh my god, they actually built something to specifically be fucking as annoying as possible. Fuck this. But yeah, I warmed up on that fight a lot once I fought it with some other shit like bow and longsword. That was just one of Charge Blade's like really bad matchups, at least for me.
For me, the worst Charge Blade matchup in World was Aubergine. I couldn't. No. That motherfucker ate my ass, dude. Like a buffet.
That was about the one thing that I would simply refuse to fight with a Charge Blade. And it's because he had like so many fucking hits, like super strong hits. Most notably his big super slam that would hit you like fucking 4 times. It would just immediately break your guard and very likely kill you. And like, unless you sheathe and you do not have the mobility to get out of the way of that with a charge blade.
Yeah.
Unless you slot in a Evade Extender, which, I mean, you could probably get away with it. You just drop guard for Evade Extender or something.
Bracky was a great fight too. Like both, very both. Just like I think both are good. Because like Raging Bracky is the same as Bracky up until you get to like the last part of that fight. He's just massive. Well, that's not true. He's got the line things, but doesn't. No, he just has the AOE shit.
Dude. Dude, Raging Bracky, he has the fucking like adaptive slime where you hit it and it falls off of him and shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Raging Bracky was absolutely fucking incredible. The one, like, for a first time experience, maybe the best thing in the world. The only thing that like kind of bothered me about that fight, and I don't know if it's supposed to feel like this, but it's how scripted it felt. Like every time you fought him, he always like did the same rotation of zones, and always ended up in the same place. Now, on one hand, that's kind of cool, right? Because, like, that means he had that shit. That means he's got that shit planned out. Like, he's gonna lure you into that one fucking room and lock you in there with him and fuck you. Like it's you or him. That shit's sick. But also, I didn't like how scripted it felt.
For me, the fights that were like that, like Raging Bracky, like and stuff like that, I kind of expected them to be that way. So it was more so like, it would have mattered more if the fight sucked.
Yeah, for sure. But like the first time experience of Raging Bracky was like unbelievable. One of my favorite things I've ever done in a video game. Straight up. Hello, Malice. You just ate shit. Yes! Give.
That took forever, dude. Holy fuck.
I know. Just to get one. So the floodgates open, are we gonna get a bunch more now, or are we gonna piece it?
I'm down to keep some. I have a bunch more of these double formal ones.
I've got this. I'm gonna pop some. I need traces, so I'm gonna pop some of these right here with just a normal forma at the top.
The void has summoned a new presence and it craves our life support. Destroy these manifestations.
Yeah, that's what we should do. I don't know how to think about it.
Yeah, unless they're radiant, it's not really like all that worth doing the double ones. If they're radiant though, it's like super worth it.
No.
It's like, you know, you can.
What I was saying is like one of us should run a regular one, so we have a higher chance of just getting a forma, and then the other one should run like a double. So, you know, if it does come up, because at least we're getting a forma somewhere somehow, dude.
Yeah. You know how you can tell I like this build and doing this weird shit with Inaros? Is I have unequipped my beloved Kratos.
Oh really? Jesus. Are you like that much faster when you're spinning around?
No, the Kratos actually don't affect your movement speed while you're spinning. But no, I have to use the dual Vicus or Viscus.
Oh.
Build the word. No, the Sandstorm is like Cloudwalker. The only thing that'll affect how fast you move in it is like, Okina. I don't know how long I fucked up and didn't have roar on. I can't think of what else I'd put in like the best monster roar like category. Like there's plenty of them that I like. Like, hey, this sounds great. It fits the monster really well, but
Oh, I have one in particular that I like based because of the way that it was created and the way that it sounds. Alatrion's roar, I love it.
I was like, that was the one that was on my mind too, actually. Like, it sounds fucking like so like alien almost. It's awesome.
I think I told you this a while back, but I don't know, maybe 10 years ago now, there was a show on maybe Science or Discovery or whatever the fuck, right? And they were talking about, like, this was when, like, they had, like, they were talking about how, like, planets and suns and moons make, like, noise. like if you like when you record them or whatever the fuck, right? And then you can play them in frequencies just to like you have to like speed them up to like kind of hear their music, if you will, right? Well, when they played back like the sun in particular, the way that the sun like sings, if you will, is almost identical to the way Elatrion sounds. I don't know if that's I don't know if they took any of that. I don't know if it's like if they're aware of that, but the fact that Elatrion sounds like a sun to me, it was just like, that's fucking dope, dude. Because like if it's on purpose, that goes to show you like how like insane black dragons are, because they're taking inspiration from like legitimately a sun, and I think that that's fucking cool. If that is, if they did take inspiration from that, but I just love the way that roar sounds because it reminds me of that.
Yeah, that's absolutely sick. I did not know that. I don't think you ever told me that. And see, I was gonna mention Elatrion's roar just because I was like, hey, it's like super fucking like alien sounding and awesome. It's just because of the way it sounded.
Actually, something that I've never mentioned is that's one of the reasons why I don't like, or I shouldn't say I don't like. I like it, but I have a problem with Ray Dow having a roar that sounds the way that he does, because to me that kind of weird noise shit that, as I said, kind of reminds me of Elatrion. Like I'm okay with Elatrion having it because the motherfucker's a black dragon, right? But Ray Dow is just a regular dragon, so and I guess he's supposed to sound more metallic, but I remember when I first heard his roar, I was just like, I kind of wish that they went with a little bit more animalistic, because he's not a black dragon.
Yeah, Elatrion is like a living calamity. Ray Dow is a lightning bird.
Actually, the way that he sounds is arch-tempered, because they kind of gave him more of that animal noise to his roar. I think is perfect.
Yeah, like, ooh, hello. Yeah, I love it. I think his arch-tempered, like, it's so weird to me that they fucking changed it.
Yeah.
But I dig it. I think it sounds great.
Void signatures, but outside the corrupted. They are draining your life support, and fast. Eliminate them quickly.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I wonder if I could even make a top 10. Like, in sort of in just any order. Basil, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to say Fatalis, legitimately, because I think he's the best fight in Monster Hunter World, which is like top 3 favorite games of all time. But his design, his new music is incredible. But being in just that one area and like the way that he looks is just like, hey, that could be in fucking any game, any medieval game, So I don't think he's gonna make it.
I don't know, dog. Now that I know what Fatalis is, if I saw him in any game and I'm not like playing some overpowered character like Dante, I'm gonna be like, I'm out. I'm pretty sure he shits on any dragon that exists in Elden Ring and fucking like Dark Souls.
Oh Oh, dude, Fatalis walks up to Calamite, and Calamite bows.
Yeah.
Bows down and goes away.
Do you remember? Have you ever watched Hercules, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember when Hercules is fighting the centaur, and he loses his sword, and he pulls out a fish, and the fish fucking runs away? I feel like that's how Calamite would be when he fucking pulls up to Fatalis, dude.
Yeah. Dark Eater Nadir, which I think is canonically the strongest dragon that we've ever fought in like a Souls game or whatever. Until maybe until Elden Ring DLC, or maybe until Placidus Axe, but Nadir is like for sure the most fucking dangerous and the best fight. Yeah, Nadir probably tries and gets fucking turned into ashes, like in moments. So I watched like a breakdown video one time on like, you know, what Fatalis does in sort of his scripted fight, and like the power of his fire breath, the way that shit fucking melts that thick ass steel gate in like 6 seconds or something.
Yeah.
His fire breath would first off like never be normal looking fire. It would be like a blazing white, like fucking like thing of just pure death heat, literally hotter than the surface of the sun, or than the core of the sun, in order to do that to steel that quickly.
They know you're here.
Imagine making armor out of Fatalis' tongue, dude. Indestructible.
Oh yeah. You know, part of Fatalis lore is that any hunter that wears Fatalis armor, like, will eventually become like encased in it and turn into a Fatalis himself.
Yeah, you mentioned that a few times.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, dude, Fatalis fucking, like, his legend, his fight, and his lore are like absolutely awesome. And, you know, it's from Monster Hunter 1 as well, which is like extra sick. But I don't know if I want to put him in like my top 10 now. Like, there's so many that I like and I would want to put in top 10. It would be really tough to come up with like the 10. Because I would want Lucid Margakuga, I would want Violet's Mizutsune for sure. Flaming Espinass, maybe. Oh, hello.
God, dude.
Oh shit. God, there's a lot. Maybe no, probably not Velcana. Brute Tigrex, maybe. Fucking good old Teostra, maybe. Teostra might make my top 10.
They will drain your life support.
I think he's my favorite Elder Dragon. Like, the stuff that, like, left an impression on me, it, like, ranks really high for me. So, you know, Basil, for example. Like, the first time Basil shows up, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm supposed to fight that? Because, you know, he shows up way earlier than you're supposed to fight him, right? And it just leaves an impression. And then you realize that he's a fucking dragon that acts like a fucking bomber plane. And he's got, like, an air raid siren for Aurora. Oh my god, he's awesome.
And the fight somehow fucking works.
Yeah, well, kinda. If you're playing melee against base world Basil, maybe it didn't work so well. But it was still fucking fun. And then, like, Raging Bracky left a fucking major impression on me. Just because the first time experience of that hunt was, like, just so unbelievably good. But then, Teostra. left an like a really good impression on me too. Twice, funnily enough, because like when you first start the quest for Teostra, like obviously any veteran knows what they're getting into, but in my first game, like the quest name was just the Dragon of Fire, remember? So I'm expecting to see something that looks like Fatalis,
Right.
or Sappy Jiva, right? Like I'm expecting to see like a fire dragon, like a red dragon with a dragon head and fucking fins and scales, and I get a fucking cat,
A big fluffy kitty cat.
and I was just like, wait, what? What are you? Like you're so cool and so pretty, but then the next time I saw Teostra, he was just kind of like hanging out in the map, and he's not even aggressive. Like he's just sitting there. He looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
he can't be
Teostra.
bothered by you. He's just like, look at this fucking insect
Yeah.
breathing my air.
But he just allows you to. You know?
Exactly.
He allows you to exist, like, until you fucking scratch his toenail.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love Teostra. Left a major impression.
If there's one thing that I do like about Lunastra, is the fact that of how different she is from Teostra. Like, Teostra's just chilling. Hey man, what's up? You want a kitty snack? Cool, bro. Let's fucking chill. And Lunastra, dude, you're on the... Dude, you just spawned in, right? And already, dude, she's fucking, like,
Oh yeah.
enraged.
The moment she smells you, you are on her shit list.
Yeah, dude, like, if you're in here... Like, and I remember one time when I was in the Wildspire Waste, I was really far away, just turns to me, and just, alright, shit, dude, like, I was nowhere near you. Her fight got better, but that arch-tempered version of her really put it back. Like, just, like, made me really dislike Lunastra. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
I hope that they make her better.
Would Rajang come anywhere near your top 10?
Yes and no, and what I mean by that is I think, listen, I love the fact that Rajang is a fucking inspiration of Goku and Akuma. The two motherfuckers that you don't want combined, because one of them is the strongest ever. With the disposition of Akuma, you're just dead. Like, you're just dead. Which makes sense as to why Rajang is the way that he is. So I think that that's really, really cool. But, like, as a monster that I like design-wise, I don't know, I think that there are others that I like him. That I like. I love that he goes Super Saiyan, and I love all of that, but, like, I think I kind of like Bracky, just regular old Bracky more. Like, just the concept, the design. I think Bracky's a really cool monster. I think maybe Glavenus is also, like, a better, like, for me, just, like, a cooler, not a better fight, but just, like, a cooler monster, like, and, you know, the fact that he, like, makes his sword, like, his tail fucking all glowy and shit, I don't know, I'd have a hard time. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? I just saw, like, 20 things fall from the sky.
Yeah, I was gathering dudes up. Yeah, I don't think there's any denying that Glavenus is pretty fucking cool.
His variant was very disappointing, but just regular Glavenus was cool.
Oh, acidic?
Yeah, I thought he was kind of like, whatever.
I like the concept more than I like the execution. Oh baby. Gimme. Wish I could have all three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'd put Devil Joe over Rajang. Because Rajang has such, like, a legend about him, you know? Like, I sort of knew what to expect from Rajang, and he didn't really, like... Other than when he fucking grabs you off of him, if you clutch claw him, and tosses you to the ground and pummels you, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's just sick. But other than that, I kind of just, like, knew what to expect and wasn't really surprised, and therefore didn't have, like, a crazy impression left. Devil Joe left a fucking impression on me, because I didn't really know what to expect from him other than just, like, a big angry brute wyvern, you know? And I was thinking to myself, like, okay, like, that's just fucking. It's just a big Anjanath. And
I'm the
I mean,
big
well,
Anjanath. Literally.
Yeah, like, you know. And while technically that is true, because he does still have a lot of the same moves as Anjanath, the new shit they gave him in World, where he can fucking pick up a Great Jagras and then throw the Great Jagras at you, like, I was like, okay, this is absolutely fucking dope.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw that. I would agree. I really like, I like Deviljho a lot. I think the changes that they made to him in Master Rank were, like, spot on, dude.
Was there a Master Rank regular Deviljho, or was it just Savage?
Oh, that's right. It was just Savage Deviljho.
I think we got a regular one too, though, right? Maybe
No, I don't think so. Because think of, also, same thing with Basil Juice. We didn't have a Master Rank Basil Juice. It was just, what is it,
Seething.
Yeah, Seething Basil.
Yeah, Seething, I think, is definitely, like, the better fight of the Basils. I have a major soft spot for regular fucking Basil, because he was our invader, dude. He was, like, the invader.
I have a very, very, like, cool memory of when I first saw Basil. It was in the Ancient Forest. We had just I think finished killing Safi Jiva or something, like, but we had freshly just beat the campaign, and for some reason we were solo. Like, you were doing your own mission and I was doing my own for whatever the fuck reason.
Wait,
And,
Base World? You mean Zeno?
Base World, just Base World.
Base World, okay.
And anyway, so I'm just in the Ancient Forest, and do you remember? I'm trying to see if I can describe this area. Like, I know that you would know it. Okay, you know how, like... No, fuck, man. Like, there was an area right before the big ol', like, in the Ancient Forest, where, you know how, like, there's a giant, like, rocky ramp that leads up to the forest? And, like, once you go up the ramp, there's like a left side where there's, like, a tree, and then if you go to the right, there's, like, another tree that you can kind of go through, and then, like, if you go, like, the path to the left, there's, like, it gets you to, like, the pukey area, like the pukey nest.
Yeah. And you, like, the fucking, the camp that we use for, like, anything that spawned on the east side of the map.
Yes!
In between there, right?
Yeah, totally forgot about that camp. So, yes. Okay, think of that camp, right? Now, like, when you're running from that camp and, like, into, like, the tree area, right? There's, like, this... I don't know how I walked or ran into that, but I just saw this monster, dude, with a giant fucking wing. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know? And it looked just like the coolest like I had never seen that before. And I remember saying to you, like, I just saw something, and it wasn't... It was, like, the biggest Rathalos that I've ever seen, but, like, it was, like, brown. You know? And then obviously we ended up finding out, like, a little bit after that it was Basil Juice. But I just remember seeing that, and then when I first heard its roar, I was just, like, mesmerized by that creature. I was just like, it's one of the coolest things I'd ever seen, dude. I felt like I had, like, my mini Jurassic Park moment.
Like, he also has the little fucking derpy face. He's almost cute.
Yeah.
I love Basil. And obviously Nurgi, the flagship of, like, my favorite, like, my first and favorite Monster Hunter game. I think everybody's first Monster Hunter game is probably going to be their favorite. Or at least the first one they get into, but, like, World is, like, not only my favorite, you know, my first Monster Hunter game, one of my favorite games ever fucking created. And Nurgi is, for sure, the best fight in, like, base game. And, you know, he was our flagship, and he even continues to be relevant throughout the expansion where Velkhana's the flagship. Yeah, I fucking adore Nurgi.
I hope they do something like that with Arkwell. You know, just kind of like perfect him, if you will.
I do too. I actually like regular Nurgi more than Bruner as well. But I hope it's like the opposite with Arkwell. I hope that, like, the new Arkwell is just, like, fucking amazing. Like, he gets, like, a dude. he gets like a like a variant or something that's just even better.
You know what, dude? If Ruin or Nergi had the dive bomb, I think it'd be perfect.
I don't like the whole fucking metal spike thing, dude. Like, am I fine with it inflicting bleed? Yeah. Do I think it's probably like the best fight in that game until some of the title update stuff? Yeah. But it's fucking metal, dude. You can't grow metal.
Is it actually metal? Did they say like it's a type of metal, or does it just look metallic?
I've never looked into it. But
If it's metal, I'm with you. But if it just looks like it's metal, then I'm like, I'll give it a pass.
That's fair enough. Oh my god, why is he flying away so fast? Die.
But I don't want to see though. That still doesn't like. I don't mind that. It's fine with me. Like I think that it's whatever.
Like it doesn't look right to me though. Like Nergi needs to have his fucking like brown spikes to turn black.
Well, don't they turn black still?
They still turn black, yeah. But like they just go from fucking like steel to like blackened iron or something. I don't know.
For me, the most egregious thing was that they removed his dive bomb. Oh shit, we gotta fucking dive.
That dive bomb was iconic to that fucking base world like Nerdy.
Yeah. And you know what though, dude? The reason I never hated it was because it was such a like it had such a wind up. It had you got plenty of time. I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people really like Nergi was because even the thing that one shots you, it has like a super fucking hard tell, but the most of the fight is like really fast paced, you know. And then once you learn how to fight Nergi, you can kind of just trivialize him.
You can dismantle him, but he will beat the fuck out of you until you're good at fighting him.
He will. But I think to me those are the best fights, dude. Like when he's hard, like they're hard, they're kind of challenging, they're not slow paced. They have a good pace to them. But once you get it, you're like, all right, dude, fuck you.
Yeah, but like you still have to execute too. Like you still have to play them.
Exactly.
What about Astalos?
I think Astalos is cool. I like his design. Before I fought him, I thought he was for sure going to be one of my favorite monsters, but he's just kind of weak, dog. Like to be honest, like I think that his design is dope. I just wish that he was like nastier. I wish that he was a harder monster. When I have a monster that looks that cool, like I kind of just want you to be really difficult. Like, if I like a monster, I don't want the monster to be easy. I want the monster to be, like, really difficult to deal with. And I think Astalos being kind of like a bug dragon, if he moved like a fucking insect, you know how, like fucking, like almost like a hummingbird, like it hovers and moves left or right and really, really quickly, something like that. I think that he would be a really, really cool and interesting fight. But it was a lot of just, like, wing slams and some, like, electric thingies here or there, and it was alright. His weapons were cool, but it was alright.
It was a good fight, but it wasn't like mind-blowing. Apparently in the old games, Astalos had a variant or like a rare species or something. Yeah, it was a Bolt Reaver. Bolt Reaver Astalos that was like super fucking nasty, and he was like blue. It was like blue instead of green. Apparently Bolt Reaver was absolutely sick.
I think the best variants that they did were the gold and silvers, Rathalos and Raytheon, the Brute Tigrex.
Those were so Brute Tigrex is a variant. The gold and silverlos, those were rare species. of which like there were very few. God. So you got the metal wraths. God damn, I don't remember the others, dude. But anyway, Violet Mizutsune is like the most recent like addition to the rare species. Fuck, let me look it up. Is there a safe place for you to fucking like hang out?
Yeah. If you just chill down here. Where are you? I can put a 1 on you.
Up here. No, look, I'm up here. I don't think anything gets me up here.
Where are you?
Oh. Maybe. Oh. Well, that's nothing gets me up here for sure. Oh my god, I'm just in the fucking room. I'm gonna select my reward and then I'm gonna look that shit up quick and take a piss.
Sentient scouts. If they detect you,
A forma.
Hello.
See? It works that way.
Yeah, dude, that's why I asked. I was like, hey, you think the floodgates have opened? Sure did. Plus, we're getting a fuckload of steel essence.
Yeah.
If the acolyte spawns on me, just let him fucking murder me. Who cares?
Okay.
I don't know how it would spawn on me up here. Anyway. Go.
void manifestations drawn to this cursed place of stolen lives. They will drain.
But what I was referring to was just like the monsters that they added, like the Silverlos, the Gold Wraithian, the Brute Tigrex. What else was the other one?
Here.
Oh, that's right. It was what was the other one?
The sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming.
I don't remember. Did you meet
Did I
come
just
down?
get... Yeah, there's one of the Thrax guys spawned up there, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill him.
I'll be able to kill him.
But he's in my hiding spot, fuckhole.
Hold on, let me get him.
Oh, I think he left. He teleported out. Okay. Alright, I'm back in my hidey hole. If the acolyte spawns on me, it's going to kill me. It's just how it is. Okay, rare species are much stronger than both common and subspecies. What are they? Alright, so in the mainline series, we have the gold and silver, Lucent Nargacuga, Abyssal Lagiacris, Molten Tigrex, and now the newest one is Violet Mizutsune.
I don't know what Molten Tigrex is, but I want it. Oh
Yeah,
wait! I think there was a video from Gaiden Hunter where like he showed like some really red and black Tigrex that like exploded or some shit.
Yeah, like the giant volcano Tigrex, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very I'd like that. I'd like that a lot.
Yeah, so there are 2, 4, 5, there are now 6 rare species. So the rare species, let's see. Let's see if I find the definition here. Okay, it doesn't really say in here. But to my understanding, rare species are just that. They're like, it's like an extremely rare, like, almost birth defect kind of thing. How they end up that way. Whereas like a subspecies, or a variant is like a more common sort of deal, and it tends to not be like quite so extreme of like a power boost kind of deal. And then the deviants are shit that is like caused by hunters, like surviving. It's almost like a tempered monster sort of deal, but it's like with a hunter specifically. And the deviants are still the ones that we've never got. We've got like So we've gotten like the kind of Walmart version of the Deviants with the Apex monsters. In Rise.
You know what monster I can tell you wholeheartedly that I don't fucking care for? Arzuros. Right, the fucking bear. Is that the name of that fucker?
Aww, you don't like Arzuros? He's so cute.
I'm fucking annoying, dude. He's so fucking annoying.
Apex Arzuros is insufferable. Regular Arzuros, if he fucking pins you and you have honey, he takes it and just munches on it. He's so cute.
I mean, that's fair, bro, but like, still.
I hate Apex Arzuros. And so he was like Red Helm or Red Baron Arzuros or whatever the fuck they called, like his deviant version. Yeah, I think it was Red Helm. Yeah, that is maybe my least favorite thing to fight in Rise is Apex Arzuros.
I think what made it worse for me was the fact that like the best weapons to deal with him was like a bow, but that was also like really hard to deal with him because of that. And all the other weapons just kind of felt like ugh.
It's because like a bow was for sure the best thing to deal damage to him, but his fucking uppercut would just end you immediately if it hit you. And his fucking uppercut was like so hard to outspace. Is it like?
Because he
So it
trapped
hit
you.
twice. Yeah, but it also had like outrageous like forward movement on it. Like it would find you. Like basically no matter where.
Oh, it found me plenty, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Hiding Lua in the void risked the unfathomable. I fear we are seeing the consequences of that risk now. Destroy these void stained edifices.
I believe I have 1, 2, maybe 3 more sets of void traces for me to radiant. I guess after that we can call it.
Okay. I mean, good. Now I'm good. I'm doing full for like a good week now. I'm not complaining about all the skill lessons, so I'll tell you that. I think Namio would probably make my top 10.
For sure. I really like that fight. That nuke. And yeah, I really like that, you know.
It's so cool the way it fucking like erupts all of her fucking like residual water into like steam, and then explodes. It's so sick. God, dude, Namiel in fucking Wilds with like the visual effects and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. And it would be interesting if like she still had that effect, but like more so, like where like Namiel becomes extremely dangerous because when she does her attacks, yes, she can control the water. However, you know how like her water kind of looked like it very clearly looked like, you know, like other different water. But imagine if like it was like a type of like film, like a weird like almost algae that she spread that made the water look like that. And then if you let it spread too much, like that whole river ends up becoming like a nuke for her to just like do shit and fuck with, or make those waves where they don't push you anymore, they actually knock you down and do damage. I think that would be a very interesting thing for them to fuck with.
Imagine her nuke was just the entire body of water.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be really interesting.
Super fun to deal with.
Well, you'd have to kind of like stop it or use like I don't know, like a, what is it, like a water pod on it, the way that you do for like Arch Temper Raid out, to kind of clear the little electric zones.
Yeah, you'd have to use a fucking torch pod to make yourself a safe space.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
I mean, either that or you like there's obviously like an AoE like on the shore, so you either have to be on land and maybe like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 feet away from the land, for you not to be affected by that, or you have to use a torch, as you said, a torch spot to make that area of water like safe to be in.
I don't think a torch spot would work, so you just put it out, but you need some kind of like evaporate the shit pod.
Or it could just be like a what is it, like a puddle pod that just, you know, clears the water of whatever the fuck, you know.
Sure. You know, you'd also have for lightning shit too.
Yeah.
They could like chain to like a huge area in the water.
That, see, I like, so me as a person, right, like for my own personal preferences, I would not mind that shit at all. I think that would be a cool fucking mechanic to deal with. But I know a lot of people be like, nah, man, it's bullshit that it can hit you from like 10 miles away. And it's just like, but, you know, all you have to do is, you know, shoot a puddle pod and you're fine. I don't want to do that, bro. I want to be brain dead and fucking...
I'm glad they stuck to their guns with the Latreon at least.
Yeah.
As much as people hated that.
Which I don't understand. You know what the funny thing is that once you do it, like, dude, the way that we shit on a Latreon with those charge blades, dude, it was just hilarious.
You know, apparently, even with, like, traditionally not good with element weapons, like Greatsword, Greatsword had like a 10 times element modifier that only worked on a Latreon, making it like super easy to break his fucking like element stance thing with it. And people just didn't try it; they just complained.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that bothers me about a lot of people, with like when they're just so like close-minded and difficult to deal with. It's just like, oh my god, dude, shut up. Just learn. Yeah, it's not hard.
Well, I know, and it like turbos too, because it's very clearly like affected, like the way that the developers are making the game. Like, they haven't made Wild so much easier to accommodate all these like not as good players.
The 2 fucking points of health that every monster has now.
Shit. Playful.
Yeah, hold on. You know what? I can do this. Okay, we can do 2 more.
Okay.
These manifestations must not be allowed to foothold.
I mean, this one and then 1 more, obviously.
Support is at risk. Destroy them.
Stupid ass pet too. God damn it.
Well done, Connor. Your path is open.
Man, I haven't fucking gotten the double ability strength and double ability range like once. In the reactive buff.
No. Wait a minute. Of course, I'm almost certain that Archon Vitality would work with whatever the fuck you're running. Because I'm pretty sure that I'm running Archon Vitality on Jade, and that works on her guns.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Dude, this like works different though. Like this takes like it takes like my melee mods. It's definitely a different thing. I bet it would work. But the thing is, like, I'd lose so much fucking survivability.
Well, you know what you could do is you could just take it into the simulacrum and see like how much damage you can kind of pump out with like a little tornado thing, and see if it like if the damage is worth it.
Fighters will soon attack.
Yeah. I mean, that is another cool ass fucking thing about this weapon too. Ah! I can't sandstorm with violence near me. Go away. Is like you can do gas and heat. The heat doesn't mix with the gas on this weapon. Because like I imagine the strength loss would be worth it. Because you know I'd be losing the triple umbral. Then I'd go from 77 to 44. And ultimately, it's not really all that big of a deal if Sandstorm itself does the killing. As long as it does, like, enough damage, like, I can just swing my melee weapon a couple times and it'll land next to me, you know? But for the purposes of this, like, this is just goofy shit. And just, like, half-ass AFK killing. Like, most of this shit is just kind of funny. Also, these guys are not even level 300 yet. Oh my god. Yeah, this mission scales up too fucking slow.
You know what you should be able to do with these fucking fissures? Is you should be able to radiant them the way that you do relics. And that kind of like increases maybe like drop rate, difficulty, you know? And it also takes like traces.
Yeah, put 100 traces into the fissure or whatever to like put another steel path modifier on it and enemies will scale up faster. Yeah, I'd fucking do that shit for sure. Because I would love to be able to like test my builds against stuff like that. I know for absolute certain that like Atlas and Neja would not struggle.
Also, they need to add Duviri and 1999 like fissures.
Weird.
Yeah, like have like an area of Duviri, you know, like the Duviri place. Like think about like the little town where what is it, Calervo's little where Calervo is, and that section is like kind of like closed off, and that's where you have I don't know, a fucking survival fissure or a disruption fissure.
Yeah, I'd be down. I was thinking more along the lines of like just circuit, like just the circuit areas.
I mean, those are fine too, but like, you know, Duviri is a cool place, dude. Like, I want to fucking, you know,
Oh no, it is. I
have
love
those
the
areas
Duviri
too.
world. The Duviri open world looks so fucking cool. Yeah, what if like circuit was just a fissure? That would actually be really sick. Fuck, I need that Gara chassis. Whatever. If that Gara chassis was like with anything else, I'd take it though. Oh, we have double resource booster now, dude.
Nice. And I have, yep.
These manifestations, they aren't from
We've been in here. This is going to be 95 minutes. I guarantee you, we've like overcapped on traces now. Like we've probably gained more traces than we can hold.
Well, you know what, dog? Be nice if I could fucking get them right now.
I don't know. I do wish that they would like be accessible like during the mission that you get them in. That way you actually could just stay in a fissure like fucking forever and not be wasting.
No.
Also, dude, all this fucking Lua Thraxplasm. Oh, it's so fucking nice. Dude, people buy Arcane Blessing. Like, I have sold so many copies of Arcane Blessing. I love that I can just
Finish your mission to find
turn on Sandstorm, just face tank the Acolyte. The thing about literal invincibility is pretty good.
Yeah.
I still cannot believe this game does not drop frames with all this shit going on.
I know, dude. It's crazy.
Like, it is so unbelievably rare that I get frame drops in Warframe.
D just optimizes their shit, dude. Like right now, dude, I'm fucking hovering at like 200 to 190 frames.
And like, this game it ain't no fucking Horizon Forbidden West. But this isn't a bad looking game. Like, the image quality is very good.
The image quality is incredible, and also, you know what it does have? It has a fuck ton of particle effects, and particle effects take up a lot of like GPU. Actually, I don't know what exactly they take, but I just know that it's very hardware intensive.
Yeah, and ever since I got my PS5 Pro, I threw on the PSSR upscaler and like cranked all my VFX and particles and shit like all the way to the max, and it's just like, yep, you're at 60 FPS at all fucking times.
They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters.
Oh my god! This is probably the most fuckers I've seen fall from the sky in a hot minute.
I love that their corpses still fall too, so it looks like there's a bajillion of them, even though half of them are dead.
I'm actually sad that you didn't get to see the one part where like when I was like saying like, oh my god, it's raining men, because it was so like rain, dude. It was just so perfectly spaced, where it was just like Grenier there, just like it was so perfect.
You should make this build.
I'm probably going to, as I said, I need a new Inaros build for sure.
Something akin to it. I should probably have like another config on Inaros for just, oh my god, for just like giga like uber tank survivability for the purposes of like, you know, Archimedia and shit. Not that this can't survive Archimedia, like it can for sure. It's level 500. It's just that it'd be a bit on the risky side without a fucking shield in there, you know.
Right.
Like I have no doubt that a Blitz Eximus could light this shit up like it just one-shot me if I'm not in Sandstorm. There's one that fucking aggravates me about fissures though, is that if you're like kind of stationary like this, like a nullifier can absolutely just spawn on top of you.
Yeah.
Not the biggest deal ever, but it can be. Like if I have like a big ass fucking iron skin built up on Rhino, and then a nullifier spawns directly on top of me, it's like, are you fucking serious? Ooh, another Acolyte. We're gonna get another Acolyte and then Thraxplasm like immediately after too.
Very good. What the fuck was that heat proc? Holy shit. There you go. You're welcome.
I'll take that. Alright, we piecing it?
Yes. I think that was my last one, yes. Let me double check. Yeah.
It's not wasted. Yeah, we're for sure gonna be like fucking over capitalist races, no doubt.
But
I mean, if you are, then definitely me, because I don't have as many as.
draining your life
What the f?
eliminate
You dead? Time to test survivability. Ah! Oh! Dude, did you... I can't revive you. Did you throw down one of your fucking... your ones?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, they couldn't get me, like... They couldn't remove 2% of my health. It regen me so fast.
I did that at some point.
Yeah, dude, that shit is percent healing. So Inaros just, like, eats that shit up. Oh, one more. Where you fucker? Alright, that's all. That was joint. I can definitely feel the lack of Kratos. No doubt about it. Like when I'm just... Oh, God. When I'm just parkouring through the level. I think I have 2 parkour shards on Inaros. She's like speedy as fuck with Kratos.
Let's see.
170 steel essence.
1,000 void traces, so that's pretty good.
1,300.
What about the formal blueprints? That's what I'm looking for. Oh, 9. That's a pretty good number. I think that if we had been splitting them up the way that we probably would have had more.
Or if our luck just wasn't complete shite in the beginning.
Yeah, that too.
How many dual plasmas? 224. Yeah, all in all, could have been more fun with it. That is probably like the single best mission, like for just general rewards that you can do in this entire game.
Yeah.
Like it's just so much. You get the fucking Lua Plasm, potential like arcane drops, the sentient cores, and obviously your normal Fissure rewards, which of course eventually gets you to double steel essence.
There is an Axie fissure that's open right now. It's an exterminate.
Dude, there's another conjunction survival up. It's the level 200 one.
Which one's better? Which one would you want to do? Or do you want to just call it here?
That's a good question. I'm kind of okay with either, to be honest with you. And I'm not like super tired though. I could do something. I don't know if I want to do more fissures though. Like, I'm okay on former events like now for for the week. I definitely want to do another fissure run, probably next weekend. Do you want to do something else? Like any 99 shit? Lich Hunt or that Mars mirror defense, anything? Speaking of which, I need to go check and see if which weapons reset yet. I think they reset today. They did. Dude, all of them are really, really garbage.
36.
The base assist is over 40% at least.
Yeah.
I might grab that. I think I'm gonna grab that actually.
I need to go back in here quick. I I need to go start building this foreman before I fucking forget.
I don't remember if I did that.
Okay. Where is
We were in there for like 2 hours. That means it's like goddamn 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I was asking if you want to call it here, dude.
Yeah, it's 2:15. I think I might actually get me a little bit of sleep. I don't need to get up early tomorrow for anything particular. I don't gotta get up till like probably 10. But 10 is in 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I don't want to foobar the shit out of my sleep schedule because I got an early entire week. Yeah, I think I'll probably just call it.
Also me. I'm probably gonna stay up for maybe like another 20-30 minutes. Probably I insert some of these mods into this Valkyrie and then probably go to sleep or something like that.
I'm probably going to be awake for another fucking 20-30 minutes, just like watching shit on YouTube trying to fall asleep. What the fuck is this?
What am I? Oh no, I think I want to put a D polarity for narrow-minded. I think that's going to be better used.
Well, yeah, minded in my doctor. I actually don't know. I don't know if I remember. I only have one formatter. I remember narrow-minded though. Here, let me show you what I've got. You have Nourish over 3.
Not yet. I haven't put any. Any helmets or anything like that.
This is what I've got. One forma.
And oh, you know, a fucking glass straw seems like a good idea until every time it touches the fucking glass, you feel like it's gonna shatter. Then it's no longer a good idea.
You know, my wife got all of us like these big cool sweaters, and then these like dope fucking metal horoscope like giant fucking like mugs or like giant cups, and the straw is metal. And if there is one thing that I fucking hate, it's with metal touching my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I accidentally like fucking bite down on a fork, or I like hit a tooth with my fork, like my skin just crawls off my body and I just fly to the ceiling. Like I hate metal touching my teeth. So I despise that. Like on a metal straw, like glass straw, I think I would really like, but I would be very nervous.
I mean, it's cool. It's a very cool thing, you know. It's nice, but every time it like you hear it touch, I'm like, because I don't know how durable it is. You know, I mean, I only paid $9 for these little jars, so I have to imagine it's kind of shit glass.
One way to find out.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I have one Forma on Valkyrie, and then this took 3. And then I have Valkyrie that's on like an entire loadout with just 2 weapons that run dexterity mods for her combo duration. Actually, all of my Exalted Warframes I have set up like that. So I've got like the health tank ones, like Excalibur and Atlas. I give them the Furus in Karnan with its augment, so it like, you know, life steals. With dexterity, and then they just have like whatever fucking primary with dexterity on it. Gara's the same way. Same with Wukong. If they've all just got Dexterity Arcane, so I can save the mod slot on the weapons. Just Drifting Context is a great mod, but like now that Elementalist exists, dude, like dropping Drifting Context for like Galvanized Elementalist or even just normal melee Elemental is such a huge damage increase that I'd rather just run Dexterity Arcanes whenever I'm using melee.
Why just a regular Intensify?
Oh, because I don't have any Umbral form.
Oh. I also wouldn't want to put on an
Otherwise-
Umbral Intensify on or an Umbral on Valkyrie. I just want to have a build
Well,
in
like,
case like that's all I can get from Temporal or Saint or you know.
Actually, well, I almost wonder if it'd just be better off putting Precision Intensify there just for the damage on the core.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted the regular Intensify effect just to make Nourish a little bit stronger. Not because I wanted more viral weighting. Don't want that much viral. But because I want that energy multiplier as big as I can get it, because her energy economy is fucking horrific. Like, her 4 uses so much energy.
Right. Wouldn't Equilibrium be good on her?
I have an Equilibrium Shard, that purple.
Oh god.
But yes, otherwise it would be very good. Like, you could just run the Equilibrium mod and then just, you know, use a couple blue shards for energy max if you wanted. But yeah, regular Intensify. Like, first off, the polarity is all for regular Intensify or Precision Intensify, and I just didn't, like, not only do I not have an Umbral, but I also kind of, like, don't want to change it either. But there's no other, like, V I would put there, I don't think. Because she already has the V for fucking Prime Continuity. I think the only thing that I added was the D for Narrow-Minded. Misfits. But I mean, 14% strength, like, I mean, whatever. Like, you know, for Umbral Intensify, that's not gonna make or break anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, like, I just run Matterize, so I just, before I activate 4, I just use Sling Strength, like, to get that extra 40, and it's like, she does plenty of damage. Her slide attack is, like, outrageous fucking damage. Crazy, too. Like, apparently it's always been that way. I guess it doesn't really make a ton of sense to put anything except Primary Deadhead on fucking Sight Orion's fucking gun. What about a Varus thing? Can she use Sharp Shot? Certainly she can use Sharp Shot on items, but yeah, she can use Sharp Shot. anybody else has like exalted shenanigery that I haven't put proper yet.
Isn't Cora expensive as fuck because you got to put build on her whip, well, I think her whip is her exalted and her kitty.
And her kitty's claws.
There you go.
That being said, you don't like need to put a build on the cat. You just like kind of give the cat survivability stuff, and then you can do like, you know, the tenacious bond thing. You know, like the bond mod stuff. Like, you know, you don't need to put a like. The cat doesn't need to have all the shit that your companion does.
All right.
Kind of just kind of want survivability stuff. Yeah, and then like bond mod things. Whip Claw though, you do have to put a build on now. And the cat claw, I haven't fucked with Cora at all. But yeah, she does have a lot of parts that you could be using nowadays. I don't even have a single arc. I think Cora's one of the, like, with the fucking very few Warframes that actually have no Archon cards or anything, just 'cause I don't like her. Well, I probably should put a build on her, because the odds are she'll come in handy for me at some point. I just haven't, like, had to take her yet.
Yeah.
The ones that I just, like, don't use, I just don't take if they show up. Cora, Equinox, Vauban, Banshee, Garuda, and Gyre. Pretty much anyone else. I avoid Octavia if I can too. And Saren, kind of. Although now I have a good build on Saren, I know how she works, so I'll play her if I have to. She's not really my cup of tea. Same with Avara and Wisp. They're just not really my jam. There are a lot of fucking Warframe in this game. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, I have some repeats. I have some like prime and non-prime still. It's not quite that many. It's like 54, I think. I also think fucking Ember needs some touch-ups. Ember works. She functions now for sure. She's got decent enough survivability, but like, her 4 is a fucking meteor shower, and it like just doesn't really kill shit very well on its own.
That motherfucker's tripping, dude. I literally saw some guy selling a Sevagoth Prime set for 50 platinum less than 15 seconds ago, and then this guy's like willing to sell all these different Warframes, and in that list he's got a Sevagoth Prime, 150 plat. You're tripping. You're tripping.
There's tons of folks like that just hanging out in trade chat. They're just hoping people don't know better. I always sell shit really low just because I don't want to be sitting on stuff forever.
I go to the Warframe marketplace. I'm sorry. I go to the platinum. So it's like the website that tells you like how much something costs or whatever, and what people are selling it for.
Okay.
And I'll just give it a 50% discount, depending on what it is, obviously.
I usually undercut the lowest price on there by like fucking 10 plat at least, just to sell shit quick. Like fucking half the time it'll get scooped up like right away from somebody that just wants to resell it, and like they can fucking go ahead and waste their time doing that. I'd rather be playing the video game.
Yeah.
my time is better spent having more shit or fuck playing something else. Oh, that's right. I need to not tomorrow. I need to get that yeah, I need to get that PSN card so I can get Expedition 33. Still not done that. God, I can't believe it's the weekend already. This week is vanished.
Yeah. Same with me.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking sleepy. I'll go to bed. Night, dude.
Good night, buddy.